Well, welcome everybody to the Voice Love Company. Today I'm going to be reacting to Brandi Carlisle singing The Story on SNL. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the Voice Love Company. My name is Christi Bovee. I'm a mindset coach, a voice intuitive, a voice teacher. I've been working with the human voice and the human heart since 1990. I help people find their voice and make their sound in the world no matter who they are, no matter what they do. And if you like what you see here, I hope that you'll consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing, and be sure to hit the little bell below so that you get a notification when I go live. I try to go live once a week for a live reaction where you get to be with other voice lovers, music lovers from all over the world in the chat. And we just have a great time there of community, great singing, great music. So I hope you'll join us. So this was a request from Gwen Triple G. Thank you, Gwen, for this request. I have heard Brandi Carlisle before. She is an American singer-songwriter, about 43 years old now. And this song came out, it's a title track from her second album, The Story, that was produced by T-Bone Burnett. I thought this was an interesting little tidbit I had not read about. The crack in Carlisle's vocals during this title track came out by accident and was a direct result of the way the album was recorded. So I think it'll be interesting to hear this live presentation, which I maybe heard, I don't know. I've actually assigned this song to students in the past because it's such a great workout vocally for the female voice. It's just a great song. And she's a wonderful singer. Absolutely great. This was featured heavily in General Motors commercials during the 2008 Summer Olympics. And following the release of the commercials, album sales increased 368%. So very interesting. I've heard this song done at weddings. It's just a great song. So I'm excited to get into it. I've got it right here. Let's dig in.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brandi Carlisle.
All of these lines across my face tell you the story of who I am. So many stories where I've been, and now I got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything when you got no one to tell them to. It's true. I was made for you.
Beautiful, beautiful. This is so pretty. I'm going to turn my light up just a little bit on my screen. I know it's going to make it look a little strange, but I have a hard time seeing the picture. It's a little dark. And I'm hearing, there's a cello. So I'm hearing like a string quartet or something behind her. This is gorgeous. I've not heard this arrangement with the acoustic instrumentation. So let's keep going here. I'm interested to know where we go from here.
I climbed across the mountain tops, swam across the ocean blue, across all the lands and I broke the rules. But baby, I broke them all for you. All because even when I was flat broke, you made me feel like $1,000,000. You knew all I was made for you.
Yeah. Woo. One great thing about Brandi's voice is she has so many different color qualities. When I work with young singers and they kind of have one way of doing things, maybe they've listened to a certain genre of music, or they don't really, they just don't have the musical language. I talk to them a lot about trying to be in different spaces in their voice, to not just keep it to one a one-dimensional sound, and that requires stepping out, taking some risks. And the thing I love about Brandi's voice, a couple things I love, but I love how she has these different color qualities, these textures, the very clean vocals, and then something that's maybe a little bit more on the edgy, harsh side. She has a real textured sound. She's almost like shouting and into that high note. The other thing I love about her voice is it's just seamless. She's connected her sound from top to bottom, bottom to top, that one unit. And so, just that's what you're going for as a singer. You want to be able to sing whatever without having to think about it. And like I tell my students a lot, you have to think about it a ton at the beginning. It's something you have to really work on with your technique and getting yourself vocalizing every day, not just singing a song, but actually doing the voice work, the scales, the arpeggios, the octave, jumps going in and out of different registers. It becomes automatic the more you do it. And so this is what we hear in a singer like Brandi Carlisle. It's just seamless. Okay, I'm imagining we're going into a guitar solo here. Nice. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop it right there so that we can get back in cleanly here. Although I pushed the wrong button. Sorry about that. I'm going to go back right there. Yay. So the other thing too I'm thinking about with Brandi is she has really done a lot of work in getting female vocalists. It's like a community, especially to rally around Joni Mitchell. She's kind of the queen in holding court in the midst of all these amazing singer-songwriters. And I feel like Brandi's really the instigator of all of that fabulous positive energy around female songwriters and singers and musicians. It's just been very cool to see here in the United States, something that she's been doing in the past, 5 years, maybe, getting Joni out, getting her performing again in her latter years, whereas she was very ill. And I think it's kind of a miracle, actually, but I have to wonder if the positivity that Brandi is surrounding Joni with isn't just life to her in a lot of ways. So anyway, let's get back in here to this next section.
You see the smile that's on my mouth. It's hiding the words that don't come out. And all of my friends who think I am blessed, they don't know my head is a mess. No, they don't know who I really am. And they don't know what I've been through like you do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was made for you. And all of these love
Good. Yeah. Really interesting to hear her come back down. You know, you can't take for granted. She's just jumped up and down, shaking her head a lot of physical body stuff happening during the guitar solo. And then to come back down to sing with hardly any instrumentation at all, you're going to maybe be your heart rate's going to have to come back down. There's not a lot of time to just make that happen. So you just kind of can see just her as a performer. I loved hearing just the humanity of that little section, hearing even a little more texture than you would hear in the actual recorded version. And she's handling it so well. Obviously, this is the kind of thing, if you're doing a lot of that physicality, you need to be running on the treadmill and singing at the same time. Those are the kinds of things, if that's the way you perform on stage, you need to make that part of your workout plan for sure. So I'm impressed, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you couldn't hear her kind of being winded. She just leaned right in and sang it beautifully with that a little extra bit of smokiness and texture, which was fantastic. Really great. Okay, here we go. Ah! Yeah. Mm. Nice. Wow. I always love seeing singers. I've not seen this before, and I love seeing singers whose voices I love, seeing how they actually handle a performance. She's actually a very relaxed singer, and even with all the physicality she puts in to her playing and singing, obviously, she doesn't lose any of that tension. You saw a little bit of, she was kind of manipulating her face a little bit when she came in after the guitar solo. In fact, let's just run that back really quick because I thought that was a really interesting moment. She's just come off of this major moment of jumping up and down, shaking her head, really playing her heart out. Yeah. She pushes her pedal. So you figure she's giving herself a moment to collect herself, catch her breath.
You see the smile that's on my mouth.
And she sounds exactly the same as always. I mean, to me, that is incredible because it just the adrenaline, like you're playing Saturday Night Live. Was her breakout album, her breakout song. It was used in tons of movies and different things, commercials, etc. So she'd come to prominence. She wasn't an overnight success. Obviously, nobody really is, but the way it looked like she was, right? So it's just incredible. The adrenaline that has to be going through her veins anyway, and then to come back to recover that quickly was really remarkable.
It's hard in the words.
Oof, love that.
Don't come out. And all of my friends who think I am blessed.
Oh, I just love that. I love the texture there. It's really, really fun because the thing of it is, we've just heard her sing those same notes with clean vocals, right? In the first verse. So, yeah, really interesting. So she does a little thing with her no, right? She's kind of placing it. That's kind of how she's getting the voice to obey her and mind her. Yeah. So it's just an interesting thing, right? She's moving. We move these resonators. They're called resonators, the tongue, the teeth, the palate, everything that's happening up above the vocal folds. We're manipulating that a little bit to get the sound to come out the way we want to. And we're doing our vowels and our consonants, creating our vowels and consonants with those resonators. So you could kind of see her manipulating things a little bit to maybe try to clean the sound up a little bit. I'm not sure exactly, but when you think about in the scope and sequence of this performance, the fact that she's jumped up and down, she's shaken her head. All of these things are actually things I have my students do while they're singing sometimes, because it really does break up tension. But when you add the extra thing of adrenaline, this is her moment on SNL. For her to recover that quickly, to be able to do that, was really remarkable. And I loved her use of the texture in the places, the judicious use of it in the places she did. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, I want to kind of jump in here for this last little bit here.
And now I got so all of these stories don't mean anything when you've got no one to tell it it's true.
Yeah.
I'll live for you.
And also her command of her breathing, the connected phrases that maybe weren't connected like that in the original recording, but she's connecting them there. Just shows that she really does have. She's an amazing singer, an incredible artist, good songwriter. I mean, she's just got it all. She's got it all going. Let's listen to this last money note here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. This was awesome. And I'm so grateful to Gwen Triple G for her request in doing this one. It's really fun. I don't always do American artists. And I forget, that there are some great singers who are worthy, certainly, of just being able to look at their technique. I'm really excited to see how healthy she is as a singer. She's doing a lot of things right, which is wonderful. So that when you hear the texture come in, she's just one of these people who has this ability to turn on and off that textured sound, the yodel that she has, the cry that she has in her voice. It's spectacular, really wonderful. This was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it too. Be sure to like if you liked it, subscribe, and share this with someone else you know loves Brandi Carlisle. You can ask me any question about your voice in the comments down below. You can get me to do a private reaction for you or a critique of your singing at yzo.com. And if you'd like to work with me, book a one-on-one appointment with me. Get all the details in the description box below. I hope that this has inspired you to keep finding your voice and continue making your sound in the world, because someone in the world is literally waiting for you to show up. So keep showing up and remember how very much you are loved. Until next time, bye-bye. Thank you.